there. And it's going to be on Cloud, the Battle Sage. He's delivered so many times already in the game that we saw him play for this banner. Now he's slipped the net, he's made it past, and he's whiffed every shot. It looks like KC are a shoo-in to take this across the line. Alpha will try his best to recover.
That's that left all onto Bosa. The wrap around will gift him one, but that is
chances of success are very low. But KC want to make sure that they lower them even more. Playing a fake, containing the other side of the map, and going back late. That slow is going to cause problems, though, and I'm not sure Kayak's going to... Or sorry, Levin's going to get out of there, and indeed he won't. Taken down by the Classics, this is already getting a little dangerous.
Yeah, the fact the Headhunter, and look, all those angles just not quite being cleared properly. The deep control from Kayak has caused them issues.
This should be locked down, you'd imagine. A round that seemed to be KC's gifted, but instead it's a battle.
Everybody at this point has already passed the angle. Cloud, he's been waiting the entire round for another fight. Was just patient with his push, and he knows there's another guy coming. Knowing and dealing with Dothio has been difficult, but now everybody on the other side. But Levin is well aware, another big round for the Neon, and Aves is there to close things out. Back into positioning, down into that 2v2 scenario, and Levin is also going to activate his ult, but the spam is perfect. That was enough to close out this round. The time, is it inaccurate? Is it inaccurate?
Oh, he suspects that Sagetsu's in the corner. Cloud, I don't know what gave that away, but that's beautiful work. Breaking the wall took a little too long, and now...
Oh. Yeah, I think the penny's now dropped for Sagetsu, but he needs to kill off Boaster. They have done that relatively quick. They've also then implanted another player in Crashies, though. Do they check for this one? If they get this kill, maybe there's a chance of them winning the round, but it's not a trade.
Give you that. And the tap, that should be the end. Cloud on the swing, and you can hear how close...
But that was also just to give space over to Dosia. He's trying to bait Kayak into the fight, but it hasn't worked. Eventually, though, he will clear out Kayak and leave Boaster alone. But the time is already ticking. Halfway gone. He needs to swing this, and the trade is perfect from Aves. It was a round that looked set to go the way of FNATIC, but KC, they fight back it.
Last now, the plant needs to come through, and the flank is underway. They're buying time as Narade has got a freebie. Cloud down and out, leaves Boaster alone. 4 to take. 4 must die in his hands for any hope, but no. KC, 4.
A Bulldog ready and waiting. Stunned through. They're looking his way. Or they were, at least for a second. It seems like they do have somewhat of an idea that he's going to be coming from this position. Timing going to be everything, and he's got the timing perfect! Boaster takes over the backstab. 9-9. Nothing separating these two teams. No one able to escape that one-round deficit. And it's just waiting on the other side. It's bait. It's a beautiful bait, but the reveal almost gives up Levin. He's going to get out of here, isn't he? No, he's pulled back. He's slid a little bit early. But
footing for FNATIC a second later. It's an advantage. With the plant coming through on Cloud, they can pull back another player. But the bodies aren't really in the positions to do that. Boaster, on the other hand, getting into a great position in the same old setup that we saw work for KC in the last might. Oh no, it's not a bait! They ran! What? They ran through! I thought they were gonna bait! One player takes the fight, the other stands in the corner. They just saw it happen. Crashies alone. Now the numbers were in his favor moments ago. He's going to deal with Narate up close and personal, and he will.
Now Kayak, who was known, they marked him on the map. It doesn't matter though. Even on low HP, he is landing every shot in front of him. His third of the round, and Aves realizes he needs to bait them into the fight. He does just that, but Althea is a little bit more patient. Sits back a bit further, just needs a singular bullet to end it, and he will do so. Now FNATIC have the lead for music, but it is the truth. Narate, however, has not fallen for it. He is waiting patiently to obliterate Kayak, and then there's a second layer. But with the snake bite down,
just in time, Alpha was about to be a real problem. But it looks like KC haven't lost hope just yet.
20 seconds. And they've been hit by the Nightfall as well. Aves has probably single-handedly won this round, and Levin gets to pick up the pieces at the end. Sure, that wraparound in the end from Boaster.
He's sitting back, but Levin might go in. It looks like he wants to fight, and maybe if he could go back in time, he'd make a different choice. Down to a 4 versus 2. KC sought some advantages, but they lost everything that they had in the process. Narate and Doja, they've been impressive so far.
So low.
Doja in the first half, Narate in the second. Still the numbers are stacked against them, the odds not in their favor, and with Narate spotted, it is a done deal.
This time with a trap on that B connector means that they can rotate to the other side. Cloud was walking with a wall out, and because of that, Leven's off angle. It wasn't traded properly.
30 seconds
They had
left.
no idea that anybody could be in that corner, and that's a massive mistake. The walkthrough, though, from Alfie might have just saved them. It's given them away onto the site, but Aves, again, good positioning. Sat back and catches Boaster with the C's. Now having that man advantage to swing in already, and he has no idea that that player could just be coming from behind. But Boaster's timing, it's going to be everything here. He's being flanked. He's missed the player in the smoke by a millisecond. Half a second is all it took, and the timing again from KCEC. But instead, he's just biding his time perfectly, denies the plant, and doesn't even need to fight Aves. He knows it because his teammates will arrive. They cleared Leven, no problem at all. And Crashies, it might be just a singular kill. Who's he dogging for?
That's it for himself, perhaps. Certainly not for Alfie here. That's another spam from KC successfully found.
There you go. They are not here. Oh, is Boaster? I thought Boaster was about to go through and try and fight him. They need to find a footing in this round, though. That's what becomes tougher. A singular start. Still in pocket.
Oh,
However, just flying. If Crashies kills him off, there's an opportunity, but he loses the fight. And now Boaster has to fight versus 4. Sure, 2 of them are low, but they can almost just run in and give the information of where he is. There's nowhere left to go. Hit by every piece of utility that was remaining in the belt. Somehow yet to take damage. There's one, but anything more, an impossibility. They narrowed out. That's about 2
in the
weeks
same
ago.
round. Kayak, that same spot Leven's been playing from. A stun, buys a little bit of time, and he'll reposition for the fight. Oh! Ooh. Sugetsu! Man down for KC, and it's gone from bad to worse as Kayak shows up again. Leven all alone! But it's okay, because Kayak comes to join him. In zone flawless, right through the 2 of them, and now Cloud's the one to find the double. The man who could have been dead to rights, his eyebrows shaved a moment ago. But instead, it's a 5 versus 3, damage done to Leven, and it looks like the attack side might finally have been figured out.
Well, hold your horses, there's still an opportunity.
There.
Dosia versus Crashies. The Crashies may be just deciding to back out, and they know he calls for reinforcements, and through the wall, another body hits the floor, leaves Sugetsu and Leven. Chances seem minimal, and Alfie is still fighting, even on 4 HP. He's had enough of Summit for the day. And while Leven, there is no way out of this corner. You can pad the stats. He doesn't even have enough bullets to kill everybody. It's FNATIC and an in-zone flawless to close out the games. Dosia with relative ease, and the remaining 3 players not within the site. It's going to have to be a full 3v5 retake, and there is not a lot of utility. In fact, not any utility to play with.
I must wait.
Well, the dry swings go about as well as you'd expect. KC will be more than ready to answer this call. Kayak won't survive the first engagement. The push through the smoke from Leven finds the spike. It's all onto Alpha. 1 against 5, and well, you'd like to get out of here with some damage done, but that is not possible. He thrive in the spam battle.
Oh,
the
no.
plant's at least
Not
to be
the
found, but now
overdrive.
this is an insta-kill on any of these players. A laser that will take them down. 4-2 for...
Yeah, 1 mid should be. 1 mid
I
still.
broke his trap on B.
You're gonna drone. I'll pick him.
Two dead.
I don't have smoke and initiate.
One main.
Yeah, it's okay, I see it.
I'm not helping you.
I was smoke top mid.
1 HP, Cypher.
You wanna peek him?
Let's pick 3, 2.
I'm holding top mid, guys.
I'm gonna push link.
He's probably main or... It's...
I have main, guys. You cannot cross. Only on you can be.
Nice!
Nice jump.
Insane.
Okay, this time,
Well, the
In
vibes
zone
are
flawless.
eating though. Is Cloud as Alpha sneaks his way up top as Crashies waits to catch them on that rotate, but now the spike falling. Hunter's Fury will be deployed and Doja won't make it out of there. It's left to 1. Leven up against Crashies. He's already dealt with Alpha Air and the reposition.
He baited the steps.
He's
baited
walked
the
through,
steps.
ready for him to swing up top, but 12 seconds left. I mean, Crashies has to go, and he has no idea that victory was just around the corner.
Alfie trying to fill in the gaps. That's a wonderful shot. Dosia even predicted that he would be there. Now Leven's been dealt with on the other side. Even still, though, It ends up even. A top mid push that they have to be careful of. They've been flanked before. And maybe Aves was almost just working as a distraction, but they are watching for Narrate. Good prediction from Cloud in this round. And now it's all on to Sugetsu. He had 1 kill in the first 8 rounds. If he wants to keep the streak going, he needs to end with 4.
Spike planted.
Well, Sugetsu has the ult to at least grab some information, and, well, that was a bit of an awkward time to have your knife out. Luckily, there's only a half check by Crash. He's now falling back to the site. The high-low should be in play, and Sugetsu will find it impossible.
The spams
Spike planted.
aren't going to stop that plant from coming in. Flash seemed like it was to try and push someone into a spammable corner. Instead, that piece of utility now gone, but there's another ready for Narrate if he needs it. The flank has been spotted as well, so FNATIC know that those back angles are safe. That spam, though, has helped a lot. Crashy's still stood in the corner. He's trying to be the snake in the grass, but again, Aves just spams. He's so good at finding players through the smoke, and now Narrate drops Cloud. This is falling apart. The defusal already began. They need to start spamming. They need to stop them from defusing. The swing out, and it's enough from Alpha. Another saving grace from the new buy on the block, but not this time. Levin will make sure at least caught the entirety of the team of the knife. I've just watched a player push spawn and not die. How did Levin get away with that? I'm almost certain they saw him. There you go, final boss himself. He's going to be the only defender. He's dodged the paranoia. But there's so many people calming down. Help from a teammate gave an opportunity, and this is why you don't run towards the B site. Luckily, Narrate makes
Much easier to get into. Now, they don't have any smokes here, and so they're going to have to fight on the way past, but Boaster gets nothing done, and that flash, well, let's say it blinded Kayak. A bit slower, but more importantly, to give Kayak the ability to get right in there through Heaven, and that's exactly where he's going. The rest of the squad through the door. They'll draw the eye. Cloud first to find a pick, and Aves down below, waiting for Narrate to emerge from the smoke, but there's enemies at the gates, and they've been shut out! Aves!
expert. There's been nothing to really make me believe this is going to be the case. Right work from Boaster. Alpha yet swing onto it as well. It's done incredibly well. Dosia was hoping to be a little bit sneaky, and you know, he's won that fight in the end. Desperately low on HP, and the spike, I'll be real, I'm not sure there's too many worse positions on the map.
Not looking.
But yeah, timing here is going to be everything. 11 spots him, that's one. Down
Would have been Doja down and Levin alone, and in fact it would have been the round. But Doja still drawing breath. A man who had some incredible rounds on Summit and now steps up to new heights. But Cloud is hunting him down, and he'll find him before the TP is completed. Sold, but Kayak shut him down, and Alpha's still waiting. 8 seconds, just needs to drop the spike, but he can't get it done. Whoa, that's a risky reposition. That's a very risky reposition, and he'll live to regret it, if not for a quick shot from Sugetsu.
It seems like the opposing side have a good idea. There could still be someone behind, but now he's all that's left. Of Adosia, that means he can just hightail it towards the site, start that defusal, force Cloud into a more awkward fight. He needs this kill almost immediately, and what Narrate says, nah, don't look over there. You're still fighting me.
Flash looked like it could have turned the tide a little bit for FNATIC, but the weaponry letting them down.
Blind. Already a lot of players here, and actually, I was gonna say it went well, but it didn't.
FNATIC, it looks like they did, and Cloud now playing slow as can be. We saw this in the pistol, and maybe that's why they went back to check it, but a little bit too late there for Narrate. Advantage sits with FNATIC now. They looked like they were behind, but they were limping as a lure. And now 3-3 we go.
Not really be able to slow opponents down. This is risky. It's a weird stack. And of course, FNATIC were not expecting 3 players to be sat in the vent. Crashy's trying to avenge his fallen comrades by entering the vent, and that is, and I mean it, the worst possible timing. I don't know how they have done everything almost perfectly on the case.
Deal with an okay, Narrate's going to fall quite quickly. Aves still standing his ground, though. He's taken down one, but Crashies has made this an almost impossible task. Maybe not something we should say in the same sentence as Aves. His performance in the last stole the show. but now a defuse needed. They'll keep heaven control to allow this to happen. Levin looking for this battle, but the Boombot has sold a ruse. Boaster slipping past it, now sat up close. Levin suspects it! And now it's just one left to deal with. The showstopper locks it in. Utility left, bar on Cloud. It's gonna be tough. They have to do it with the rifles, and Cloud's being caught. They were watching the flank, but that's when Kayak turns up for FNATIC. Left it on. Oh, what?
What?
That shot was insane from Levin. Another needed onto Kayak. A right click could be enough. And although he finds all the kills, the clock is an enemy.
Jim. Out of position has been incredibly tough, and for the remaining 3 players, I don't see any way back in. It's a little labored from Kayak, but not anything that matters too much with how much of an advantage they have. And while Levin might be quick, but I don't think he's quick enough to clear all the remaining players of FNATIC with how much time is left on the job. He's showing you that maybe those misses earlier were a little bit. Seems to do. And well, that's a very aggressive stance. But it still ends up even. The spams onto Boaster at the back wall have been enough. Crashies goes unchecked, but is there a trade to be had? Yes, there is. And, well, again, swings and roundabouts. The team takes an advantage.
He was waiting for the strike onto Aves, but no return. But it looks like they'll at least mostly make it out. And the wall slowing them down, but Alpha's somehow gotten 2 over it. This is dangerous. He's got himself a 3rd. And now there's weapons to be recovered. There's an advantage for FNATIC. And as I said, already making it close. This is a big negative for KC.
The position from Cloud is perfect. He's going to eliminate one of those rifle players that's left, all onto Dosia, and he doesn't have the right angle. It doesn't matter now, though. Crashies has let go, and a chance to maybe save the day. I think the defusel's just going to come over the line. It is a Moda Thrifty. Landed on. Doom. Cloud. So SMG's not going to be great on the wallbangs, but it will be great if they try and run through a snake bite. They wanted to try and join Levin, and they have in the grave. It leaves Narrate, and well, he's got his res. Backline consistently. Nightfall sent out. Levin just looking to play ahead of it. Nade in, but he's going to get eliminated. Even still, though, it looks like his teammates have the job done. Crashies versus 4. The slows on either side. And he's being wrapped on from the heavens. Well, he's not been spotted, but it won't matter. Narrate.
On this attack side, Cloud only now making it to... He's got to run. He's got to sprint. But of course, they would hear him if he did, or he thinks they would. So a slow approach from Cloud, but it looks like they've taken... Oh my goodness! Alpha and Kayak have shut them down. Cloud should have it all lined up, but he's being caught by Narrate. Crashies all alone will only find 1. And it seemed like a death sentence for KC delaying that long, but... Well, they've gotten used to playing against Cloud, it seems.
20 seconds left. Cloud is just going to sit and wait in the corner. Are they going to check it? They haven't checked it. And wow, Alpha swings before his teammate can even deal that final blow. A nice shot for Levin, but it's irrelevant. The spike will be able to potentially get a plant. They're pressuring. They're pushing. The flank was what they're waiting for. Cloud needs to hold the line, and he has. It looked like there were problems with him being the only man there. Instead, he gets them to the point of victory once again. Slapping ASMR. Very appreciative of that. Didn't know what that would sound like, but now I do. Thanks to Zeiss. Thanks to Levin. Man, they would have been out of this map
long ago.
a long, long time ago if it wasn't for Levin. And he's just going to swing Althea. Yeah, Althea, you know. That guy with multiple trophies under his belt, it means nothing to Levin. A double opener, looking for a response, but there is no response. Boaster, 1v4, but it's at the cost of almost all of his health, and Aves is just waiting. Fear couldn't have been much closer. An opener that gives them a good position. Levin tried to be the hero. Instead, he's eliminated immediately. The man of the moment is gone. But Aves still alive and kicking Kayak, the bodyguard for the planter. Now Aves is all that's left, and while Althea makes sure that this round is so far. But he has a teammate alongside him, and that teammate might not be checked. It's only going to be the 1-for-1. Althea needed once again, and he delivers once again. But eventually he will fall just like the others. And now Cloud, all that remains And FNATIC's hopes of victory gets slimmer. They're giving him absolutely nothing. Opponent in the last and decided anything you can do, I can do better. Sugetsu surely falls, yet no escape. And now Narrate atop the wall wants to try and even, and instead
Spike planted.
Too tall of a task, surely. And indeed it will be. FNATIC
left for KC to try and make some sort of move, and it's already them the first to fall. It looks like everything will fall apart right at the end for KC. Even Levin can't save them now. A 17-15, 16-14 couple of maps for FNATIC. If your heart isn't racing, I don't know